Good morning, this is Advanced In-Car Technologies, and we've been very lucky today to get our hands on the new VW Passat facelift. This particular model has the new Discover Pro 8-inch navigation system as opposed to the normal 6-inch display. So I'm just going to turn the engine on. So this particular system, obviously the only other car in its range that has the 8-inch display is the Touareg, or you're going on to models like the Audi A6. So it's about time that Volkswagen continued with their success of the RNS 510, and of course this particular Discover Pro has already been seen in the Golf 7 and the new Polo. But the Passat is an executive model of car, so having the 8-inch display, it just looks good. So at the moment we've got it on radio, normal bits and pieces, like for instance your FM, AM and DAB. To be honest, if you've got DAB, which you will have in a 2014 or newer car, you're not going to want to listen to FM or AM. Now I don't want to bore you by going through every odds and sods and features of this particular setup. So we've got radio, then go into media. Now media, you've got various different ways of connecting. Under the armrest you've got a USB connector, you've also got 3.5mm jack for a generic MP3, and of course you've got Bluetooth media. And as far as Bluetooth is concerned, everybody wants to stream their music wirelessly and be able to see their artwork and skip through playlists and other bits and pieces. Okay, you can see at the top that we've got a phone connected, gives you the temperature outside, and at the same time also gives you your battery. Now at the bottom of the screen you can't see it, but it's a gloss black panel. When I go near it with my hand, it's a very clever infrared sensor that then thinks that you might want to change some settings. So if I go near the screen, you'll see that the options have changed. So it minimizes and then maximizes, like so, which is a really nice feature. And again, the Golf 7 and the Polo have the same feature, whether it's the 6-inch or the 8-inch display. So going from media over to phone, you know, similar sort of green theme going on with the Volkswagen. They really are simple to use. You've got your speed dials for home, family, office, all those bits and pieces, and you've got settings in the bottom right hand corner here. Now you've got your calls in and out, your contacts, dial a number. It's probably less cluttered than the RNS 510, although the RNS 510 was a very simple and is a very simple device to use. But there you go, you've got all the features like so. You've got your signal at the top. Voice control here. I'm not going to press it because it's probably going to think I'm going to want to do something. But the voice control will probably allow you to do all the usual bits and pieces, and that's navigation, media, telephone, and all the things you would expect a modern telephone voice control system to do. Anyway, let's get to the exciting part. Going up to the top right hand corner here, you've got nav. Okay, so this particular vehicle, because it's the Discovery Pro, has got Google Map access. As far as we're concerned, we can't find a SIM card slot in the car, so it's going to be using that connection via your mobile phone. At the moment, again, just go near the screen. Haven't physically touched it, but go near the screen and you've got new destination and all the features that you would expect to go in there. Point of interest, view, and at the same time you can have your media on whilst navigating to your address. The setup feature, you can go through and you'll notice the first new thing that the RNS 510 didn't have is the Carnet online services. This is actually a great feature. Some of the executive models of Audi have this. It means that you or another member in the office or family can actually download routes to your car just if you're driving, which is a really nice feature for automated destinations, etc, etc. Version information, what they've done here for some reason is they've listed every European country on here and tells you what version of map that you've got on there and the option to update, probably by SD card. Managing your memory, again you can update your points of interest by our SD card, which is again it's a nice 21st century feature. I think that's really handy to have. You can also add in your contacts for navigation, name for quick entry. So going back, nav announcements, don't really have mine on in the car. You've got your own volume and you can decide whether you want it on or off within the during a telephone call. And I like this, so you've got comprehensive instructions or short instructions as well. So going back, map settings. Again, we go to the Google Earth settings. We have got a phone connected to the vehicle, but at the moment, Google Earth settings, what we do need to do is have a really good read through the manual to see what sort of data connection that will allow. Maybe it might be a wired connection for consistency. So going back out of that, you've got other settings for your points of interest, whether you want your traffic flow settings, bits and pieces. Again, just a few more modern features as over the RNS 510. I like this feature. This is the speed function. So it's a warning. We can all be busy with our lives, and you can easily, in a comfortable car, accidentally go over the speed limit. So being able to set these is quite a nice feature. Import destinations. These are video cards, and it's a feature that Nokia also use, so you can access, but I personally don't think many people would be doing that anyway. Advanced setup, all the bits and pieces. Not sure, there's pointless things why national border crossed. I think if you're driving across the border, you're going to notice. Okay, so let's get back out of there. Fuel options, quite nice. If you're running out of fuel, it just says, hey, you're running out of fuel, do you want me to navigate you to the nearest station? I quite like that, although it does get a bit annoying. And then route options. Standard RNS 510, 3 alternative routes. You've got your fast, economical and short, and then also at the same time you've got your other bits and pieces, avoiding bits and pieces like that. So the navigation is pretty much very similar. It's just hard drive nav, which means it's fast for routing access to different destinations. I do like the Carnet online feature. So in the Glovebox, the same as the Golf 7 and the Polo, you've got a separate module now, and the separate module is the unit in here. It's a single DIN unit that has the 2 SD card slots, and you'll notice, unlike some of the older models, of course they don't have a disk drive, because this is all hard drive mapping on here. So going back out of that, you've got your traffic reports via TMC. Again, it's a feature that I don't really use, but I think you're going to obviously be on a destination route and you're going to see traffic up ahead, but a lot of people do swear by this. Going into the car settings, great. You know, they've really used a bit of animation here with the drawings of the car and the fact that we are in a Passat estate. So you've got your vehicle status, your start stop, tyre pressure indicator, which of course is standard these days, and you can go in and set. Yes, we want to set the new tyre pressures, like so. Simple to use. Goes back to vehicle status. Okay, so just press the menu button here on the right hand side. Now, this is probably going to excite some of you. Mirrorlink. This definitely tells you that we are in a modern car. We'll find out a bit more about the Mirrorlink as to what the compatibility is and how involved that needs to be able to access your data on your phone, and of course the Mirrorlink side of it. Carnet at the moment. Images, again, you can use the SD card feature for access to the image thing. Again, it's something that you really need to be doing while you're driving. Probably not, but it's a nice feature as well. So you can see that the screen is incredibly easy. You don't need to physically be pressing one part of the screen. It knows where you want to be. Sound features, I don't really need to go into that. Easy enough. And then the last option on there was the setup, which is for the screen, QWERTY keyboard, language, bits and pieces depending where you are in the world. And then going back here, you've got your telephone, your media and your radio, but these are just reiterating what you've got on this side. So you've just watched a little video from Advanced In-Car Technologies, just showing the overall basic functions of the Discover Pro 8-inch version on this brand new model VW Passat. Keep watching our YouTube link, and at the same time, if you subscribe by pressing the button in the top right hand corner of the screen, you can follow us and see all the new modern videos for the bits and pieces. And once we've got our hands on one of these with the heads-up display, we'll be very excited to show you that. So thanks for watching. Our website is www.advanced-incar.co.uk. Have a good day.